Welcome to Sergeant Grumpy's Daily Briefing, where the world's chaos meets my grumpiness. Let's get on it. Morning, it's Thursday, February 20th, 2025, and the world is as mad as ever. From political power plays to beavers outperforming governments. Yeah, beavers. We've got it all today. Grab your coffee or your whiskey, or your coffee and whiskey, and let's just get into this madness. Let's start with the good old US of A, where drama's never in short supply. The Pentagon is shuffling around $50 billion to align with Trump's defence priorities. That's right, while most of us are budgeting for groceries, they're budgeting for, who knows what? Aliens? Meanwhile, Elon Musk is out here warning that America is heading for bankruptcy if we don't rein in wasteful spending. This is coming from the guy who blows up a rocket every other week and spent $40 billion on Twitter. That's rich. Yeah, pun intended. On a brighter note, Trump has signed an executive order to make IVF more affordable nationwide. Families struggling with fertility might finally catch a break. And lastly, Justice Department just fired 20 immigration judges because clearly what they really need is more backlog in the already overwhelmed immigration system. Honestly, I think the US government needs to hire some Czech beavers, and we'll talk about that later. They definitely seem more efficient. Over in Europe, it's a mix of controversy and comedy today. Ryanair cutting flights across Europe thanks to raising aviation taxes and fees, and obviously impinging on their profits. So if you're planning a cheap getaway this year, good luck. Ireland might become the first Western country to ban trade with Israeli settlements. That's quite a bold move. It's stirring up plenty of debate. Although Ireland does appear to be switching allegiances from what was a formerly fairly Catholic country. And finally, outrage in France as several men convicted in the Gisele Pelicot abuse case have been released early. Justice? More like injustice. Now, let's zoom out to the rest of the world. Bolsonaro in Brazil, the former president, is facing charges for allegedly plotting a coup after losing the 2022 election. Looks like his political career and his goose might be cooked. In Syria, Jews have been exiled for decades are actually returning to Damascus. This is a pretty historic moment. It shows how times are changing in the Middle East, regardless of what you want or think. Meanwhile, in Bangladesh, declining bee populations mean workers are now hand-pollinating onion flowers. But when you have a country whose population is measured in billions, cheap labour is the solution to most things. Meta, the former Facebook, is connecting continents with its massive subsea cable project spanning 50,000 kilometres. It promises better internet access across India, Brazil and South Africa. Something useful from big tech and Zuckerberg. And now for my favourite section, the strange and weird stories that make you question humanity. Here's the favourites. Czech beavers built dams in just 2 days, something their government couldn't manage in 7 years. I'm telling you folks, beavers are the way to go. In Thailand, there's a water buffalo named King Kong that stands at 6 feet tall. Guinness World Records already knocking on his barn door. Over in Beeston, UK, residents are baffled by mysterious stacks of bananas, peeled bananas, that appear on a street corner every month, in a box. Who's behind it? What do they mean? Is this some kind of hidden message? Is it a secret potassium enthusiast, even though bananas actually don't give you that much potassium? The world may never know. Maybe we should stake this one out. A 104-year-old woman in the US spent her birthday behind bars. Not because she did anything wrong, because it was on her bucket list. Some people just can't stay away from the police. In China, one man has been handstand climbing mountains since 2023. Yeah, you heard that right. Handstand climbing mountains. And he plans to finish his 50th peak by spring this year. Yeah. Fitness goes to new heights. Oh God, I'll get my coat. Finally, the Midwest's largest taxidermy collection has been donated to 3 institutions because nothing says I'm leaving a legacy like stuffed animals staring into eternity. And there you have it, a whirlwind tour of today's chaos and curiosities. Remember, folks, whether it's politicians playing games or beavers outsmarting humans, there's always something to laugh or cry about in this crazy world of ours. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss tomorrow's briefing. Till then, dismissed.